Hi everyone, today we will discuss about task 4. This task is we need to get product wise number of orders and revenue and number of orders I want to categorize based on shift 5 days, 10 days and 15 days, 20 days. This categorization is done based on the difference between order date and shipment date. So each order, how many days it was taken for doing the shipment. This can be achieved by using order date minus shipment date. If order date minus shipment date is between 0 to 5 days, I want to categorize them as shipment 5 days. And the order date between shipment date is 6 to 10, I want to categorize them as ship 5 days. If the difference between order date and shipment date for an order is 11 to 15, then I want to categorize as ship 15 days. Accordingly, I want to display ship 5, 10, 15, 20, and I want to display the summary data for every product. How many orders were shipped in 5 days and what is their total revenue? How many orders were shipped between 6 to 10 days? I want to display. To achieve this task, I am using two different tables. One is sample revenue. My sales information is present in sample revenue and I'm making use of for the product details. I'm making use of sample product D. These two tables are available in BA sample schema and you can download the schema. If you want to practice this task, you can download it from Google. Let us see step by step how to achieve that. So here to get the product details, I'm making use of sample product date. Why? Because my requirement is to get product wise revenue and number of orders. So product name is available in sample products date. I'm providing an alias name. And revenue is available in sample revenue underscore F underscore B. So I renamed this table. My table name is sample revenue underscore B. If you see this table, I have data at sales order wise. For every sales order, when it was ordered and when it was shipped, here it is there. So the difference between order date and shipment date is 11 minus 12 is 1 day. So this order was shipped in 1 day. There is one more order 7590. The order date is 16th December, but the shipment was done on 23rd December. So it was taken nearly 7 days for the shipment. You can see one more order 7591. The order date is 1st April and the shipment date is 15th April. So almost nearly it has taken 14 days for the shipment. And the product name is available in product D table. The product details are not available in revenue. Instead, we have product key. If you join product key with product table using product key, so you will get the product name, what is the brand, etc. So to achieve this task, to get the count of orders, I need order number. So I'm writing order number. And to get the total revenue, I need revenue column. And I need product description column. Why? Because my requirement is I need to display product wise data. Then I need ship 5 days, ship 10 days. This is nothing but, as I told you, the difference between order date and ship date. So example, order, the column name is order day DT and the ship day DT. So let us execute this and see, and the join condition. So how to provide the join condition? The joint between these two tables, sample revenue, if I'm calling it as RVN as an alias name, and the join condition between these two tables is prod key equal to prod dot prod underscore keyword. Let us see whether it is throwing an error. Yeah, it's working. So here I got the order number. Now I need to calculate the difference between order date and ship date. So I can do by using subtraction. Ship date dt minus order date dt. So it will provide us for every order, how many days it was taken to ship. Example, this one example, if you see for this order, it was taken 1 day, 7 days, 14 days, 10 days, 12 days. So I want to categorize this. As I want to group them as ship 5 days. If anything is shipped between 0 to 5. So let us achieve that by using a case statement. Case when the difference of these two dates between 0 and 5, then I want to call it as ship 5 days. The same thing you can copy paste. And one more, I need it as 4 different groups. One as 10, the other one as 15, the other one as 20. And here anything is shipped between 6 to 10 days, I want to call it as ship 10 days. Anything is shipped between 11 and 15, I want to call it as ship 15 days. Anything is shipped between 16 and 20, I want to call it as ship 20 days. And ship days bucket, I'm calling it as ship days bucket. And we need to provide a end keyword. Case statement, case will end with always an end keyword. Okay. And yeah, so it's working now. So every order based on number of days, we categorize them into 4 groups. One is ship 5 days, 10 days, 15 days, and here you can see 90 days it was taken, so it will fall under 20 days. This order was taken around 8 days, so it will fall under ship 10 days. But my requirement is to display product wise number of orders and revenue by splitting each and every category group, ship days group, as a separate column. If you see, I want to achieve this as a separate column. So to achieve this as a separate column, it can be done only by using pivot option. So in this, what are the unnecessary, this I don't want these 3 columns, we can remove. Okay. Yeah. So here I'm allocating this to with, and I'm calling it as product revenue, product REVENU, product sales, or I can call it as a product sales. As I'm providing a temporary name, we call it as temporary table. Now product sales will be considered as a temporary table. So whatever the data available in this subquery, everything will be allocated to this temporary table. If you want, you can say I can do select star from product sales, but this I cannot execute independently. It will throw an error. I don't have any table called product sales. I'm considering product sales as a temporary table, and whatever the data of this center subquery, I'm allocating to product sales. So whenever you are referring select star from product sales, it will refer to this subquery and it will execute. It will fetch the data from this subquery. So wherever there is a need of to avoid the data repetition, basically we will use this with class. Otherwise, you can achieve this by using a subquery concept also. So now my requirement is to split this bucket as a separate column. So that can be achieved by using pivot. But here, if you see, the split has to happen between 2 metrics. One is number of orders, where we can utilize count aggregate function to get it, and revenue, total revenue. So this is some revenue, some aggregate function we can use to get this. So 2 metrics we needed. One is count order number, and the other one is, and we can provide an alias name. I'm providing as order count. And the other metric here, if you see, the one more metric is revenue. So I'm using sum of revenue for this. And I'm calling the alias name as revenue. And for the split has to be happened based on the column ship days, whatever the values available in ship days column, ship days bucket. Based on this, I want to have split. So what values we need to mention manually in single quote. Example, here I have 4 values in this. In this column, I have 4 values. One is ship 5 days. The other one is ship 10 days. So I have to mention in this bracket. So I did not mention all 4 values. Right now, I mentioned only these 2 values. So if you see how does it work. Missing in keyword. Okay. For, yeah, here I need to provide in, sorry. Yeah. You can see. So every product, what is the number of orders and what is the total revenue for ship 5 days. Ship 5 days order count, ship 5 days revenue. Ship 10 days order count, ship 10 days revenue. If you want to display first count, then all three revenue, you can write instead of star, you can manually call the columns. But here I provided only two, but here my requirement is to get ship 5 days, 10, 15, 20. So I need to mention remaining names as well. Let me provide and ship 20 days. And here I'm providing alias name for every value. You can provide an alias name for every value. There are 4 values. Okay. For every value, I am providing an alias name. Ship 5 days. Any name you can provide. Example, I can provide just S5 days, S10 days. If I provide S5 days, S10 days, then column name will come as S5 days revenue, S5 days count. So I'm providing an alias name. Here you can see if I don't provide an alias name, you will get single quote. But here, if I provide an alias name, the column name, I'm not getting the single quote. So I'm providing an alias name now. Ship 10 days and ship 20 days. And here, as per my requirement, oh, here I track it. Sorry, it has to be available. Okay, so my requirement is I want to call number of orders first, then revenue. Then here in the place of this, for product description, okay, the product name, okay, you can call product name. Then ship 5 days underscore count of order count. Then the second alias name is 10. Then you can call it as always how the column name will be considered, whatever the alias name you are providing, underscore whatever the metric you have. The value underscore metric name. So my metric name is order count and value is ship 5 days. So ship 5 days underscore order count. This is the way you can, if you don't know how to write, this is the method you can follow. Value alias name underscore metric alias name. So now I provided 5 days, 10 days, 15, 20. Now I can provide revenue relate. So I can copy paste the same thing. So my secondary metric is instead of order count, my secondary metric is revenue. Yes. And here in the place of order count, I can replace it with revenue. So always you need to make sure that your metric name and value name you need to mention. Instead of using star, if you want to call the names manually, always better to provide alias name for every value and alias name for metric, and you can call value underscore metric name if you have more than one metric. So the main advantage of pivot is each and every value, whatever the value is available in a column, each and every value, it will try to get as a separate column based on the count or sum, whatever you are using. So here, this query is providing me product wise, how many orders are shipped within 5 days, how many orders are shipped within 6 to 15 and 11 to 15, sorry, 6 to 10, 11 to 15 and 16 to 20, and what is the total revenue. So this is a query I'm using with class. I have written a subquery first. I allocated that to a product sales table, and using that product sales table, I have written a select statement. Product sales is a temporary table now. Why? Because I allocated using a with class. Now I have written select column names from product sales and pivot. Pivot is used for splitting each and every value as a separate column. As I'm having 2 metrics, I used as I need 2 metrics to be splitted. I'm using those, one for achieving number of orders and one for getting total revenue. I hope this requirement is clear. If you have any questions, you can mention in comment.